The crying you hear them. Don't know what that was. So it didn't overly make me jump, but that was quite effective. Well, that's fucking disturbing, isn't it? Oh. Aye, aye, Captain. Now, this is familiar. This is the place for the intro. And that'll probably drive people crazy with the squeaking, but I'm going to do the intro anyway. Well, hi there guys and gals, game cats and game kittens, and everybody else adjacent to any of those descriptions. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Craig, the Hippy Pickle, as always, and today we are checking out Evil Inside VR by Bowl of Tentacles. So yeah, thank you very much for the lovely peeps at the studio for letting me play this early demo preview on the Meta Quest 3. Now this game is launching on the 7th of May 2026. If you're watching this on catch up, thank you very much. I love you guys coming and watching my content after the fact, but people who are watching it right now, this is coming out 2026, 7th of May on both the Quest 3 and the PSVR 2. At the moment, this is just like a demo section, but it's been for press to cover. So yeah, it's great to be able to preview a game. Now, I haven't played the flat screen version of Evil Inside. I didn't particularly know much about it. A little bit squeaky. I'm just going to walk down here. Is that alright? Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I didn't play the flat screen version of the game, but I had a quick look online. Not really looked into it. And there's an interesting Reddit available out there what talks about this the original game, and the instant thing most people kind of said is it's just a PT ripoff. Now, for those that don't know, PT was the Silent Hill playable teaser. What came out? Was it on the PS? It was on the PS4, right? That was it. No, it wasn't the PS3. It was the PS4. But it was the Silent Hill done by Hideo Kojima, which was going to have Norman Reedus in it, and that was basically a looping little slice demo of the game where you kind of came down this one particular corridor and section and a few little rooms, and every time you came down something was slightly different, and you kind of had to pinpoint or look at that individual thing for then the next phase of the loop to continue. That's the comparison people made. So of course, not knowing anything about how the game is, come down the corridor here and got to this opening area, and then my recollection, because it's been a while, my recollection of the front door and the balconies, and yeah, and there was like a little bathroom here, I think, on PT, where you've come more around corner, but there was the bathroom because of the baby, but it's very similar, so I can instantly see that comparison. But anyway, no matter how the first game did, it must have been alright because the developers wanted to do a VR version, and this is more with this like a reimagining, not just an upscale or anything, or a port, and they've tried to make things a bit more VR AF, if and that is a term we all like to see, and it's the things that I like to check out. So walls, solid objects, really like solid walls. It always gives you presence in a VR game when things are solid. To be fair, I'd like a little bit of vibration in the hands there. The plant is pretty solid, to be honest. You can occasionally get your hand like trapped a little bit, but yeah, it's a solid object. This is solid. And see again how easy is that this is always, every developer out there, no matter what, if you're putting items you can physically pick up in a VR game, do this. This book I can just grab from any angle, and that's VR joy to me, to have this. Of course, the ultimate thing is that pot. It's solid. Of course, I know it, and the book shouldn't be stuck in the pot, but that's solid. But I'd always love to have everything to be physically interactable. You know, if you could get this, I know this is the Quest and this computing power, but if you could hit the leaves and they moved, that'd be fantastic. It's a drawer. There's no reason why the drawer wouldn't open. Even if there was nothing in there, and I generally like to see scattering of odds and sods and stuff, but I know it's complexity if everything's interactable. So even an empty drawer, just having the physical reaction of a drawer, it adds to immersion. It makes you feel like you're there. That's what I love to see in VR games. But this is just absolutely fantastic. So what is this book? I turn it over, and it's the book with no real name. See, I like that. I like a touch of detail. But that was the one thing I always said about Arizona Sunshine remake, and even the first game. It's like it had the just grip from the sides, and that's all you could do. And there was things on the back, but you couldn't grab from the back and turn it over and read it. But they'd put that detail in where there was descriptions. But without this simple handling mechanic, you can never do that. Of course, in the future, what I'd like to see, I'd just like to just better flick through the pages of the book, or just open it, even if there's nothing on it, or just a scribble that kind of looks like writing, just to put that extra bit in there. And again, it's like, it's wood. I've got a fist. Knocking on it, I would make a noise. Light switches. I know this game obviously has lighting and things going on, but it kind of makes you feel part of the world if suddenly that was working and you could just flick the light on and off for little sections. Quality of this picture, that's a really lovely quality on the Quest 3, and it's not until, well, even if I get really close, I think in real life, generally an old photo like this, the quality can be a lot lower, and it's not until you kind of get really in, you could see obviously the individual kind of pixels on that. But it's a great quality picture. It adds to immersion. And again, look, even the picture frame, it has the frame. It's like this glass there, so I can understand that. But the light's not solid. I am the person that checks, you know, but the light's not solid. So again, straight away, there's extra things. If you wanted to build something unique and just really feels immersive, it's the little touches like that. But yeah, gramophone here, for example, it's a solid object, but it's like it might not work. There might not be a record on there, but just the fact you could wind it and it was manoeuvrable, even though there was no sound coming out of it, is another thing about immersion. Really good. Let's get on with the game. It's quality-wise, graphically. I said I'm getting on the game. I'm getting on another topic here. Gradual stand. Yeah, the visual quality on the Quest 3 is pretty good. You know, the anti-aliasing on down on the door, or a little bit on the lamp, for example. But I generally would never say there's anything like mirror on here, but it's just there's kind of like a slight haze to it, like a soft effect. And down there, yeah, the blacks is obviously more grey, like you do get on the Quest. So I imagine like the PSVR 2 version, if they nail the lighting, and see, I'd love to see dynamic shadows as well. You know, if the hands were solid and that was real light source. I'd love to see dynamic shadows in games as well. Even if you're just floating hands, it just adds to that. You might suddenly catch yourself and you're shining a light somewhere and it's actually yourself, you know. You know, if they can achieve 90 native on the PSVR 2, I think it could look super crisp and clear. Dynamic foveated rendering, I really do hope is in there. If this is 90 native with DFR, there's no reason this can't look beautiful, because I think for Quest, it's pretty good. You know, the texture quality's quite good. That picture's not as detailed as the photograph one down there, but that could be more, you know, is an artist's impression, which sometimes are from further away, and that's pretty good. But yeah, so visuals, not really disappointing. No kind of sprint, just your crouches, and that is just like a long, slow crouch though. You can't just stand back up quickly. Hello, kitchen. So yeah, the brief story I do know about this. Mum's died, been killed. Father's been arrested for the murder, and this is the freaky stuff happening to the son. Yes. Let's grab a bowl. Ooh, lasagna. Oh, see, look, there are a lot more grabbable things in the kitchen. A better grip on that would be lovely, of course, but that's not bad on the cup, actually. There's no general clipping on there. And yeah, to be honest, that's not a bad hand position for gripping that. The spoon's detachable now. Home sweet home. Do you collect too much stuff? Maybe. Now, come on. And now is this... And now the jar's pick upable, not breakable. Yeah, you don't want just random stuff. Ah, see, now you're teasing me with different coloured handles instead of being little knobs. Again, fridge, you know, just the immersion of being able to just, if there's nothing in it. Hello.
Jackie?
I was checking the 3D audio. It wasn't too bad. Hello? Hello? We've got any kind of inventory? Guess not. Yeah.
What the hell?
Very, very PT-esque. But that was mainly just corridors. Wasn't anything like this. Going down the stairs could be a bit smoother. Oh, come on. Tell me. Oh, show me the money. Oh, that'll do. Can I crouch? Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh, is the ball solid? Oh, it is. Keep rolling. Don't go in the pocket. Don't go in the pocket. Can't quite. It kind of kicks up or gets stuck in the table when you. Oh, go on. Yes. Oh, I'm just going to cheat. Right. I don't know for this. Get in there. Go on. Get in. You go, get in the hole. It is how you play when you. God. No, you get in the hole. Go on, you can go that way. That one went in. There we go. Boom. Test your durability. That's pretty good, actually. Again, it's like just if you could just pull the chairs off, you know. In an ideal world. Hello, Daily News. Missing mother of two found dead. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Oh, this is actually really quite readable. From about there, it's a bit more blurry, but bringing it up, can't pull it. So we'll start this. So we'll start the loop yet. Even that's similar to the crying you hear on. Don't know what that was. I saw something briefly out of the corner of my eye. I probably won't look in the right way. Nothing more disturbing in VR. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to get close to that, kind of gets a bit off, but that would signify 1/4 past the hour. So why is it 20 to 10? That shit's strange. Is this going to change at some point? Was there a picture there before? Well, you're just weird.
This breathing. Mom?
You think your mum's making a dirty call to you? Damn you, balls! Did you not learn your lesson last time? They're just stuck on, you know. Get in the get in the So again, I'd love some. It's like just doesn't seem to be much in the way of haptics for physical interactions. What the hell's this? Oh, part of the Ouija board. Okay. Well, that was collectible then. Not looking. Toys. Not disturbing much. What are you? Have you even got arms? I can't see that low. It's been cool to come past once like there's someone in one of the windows or something. So it didn't overly make me jump, but that was quite effective. Ooh. So there's a code for that somewhere, right? Hello. Oh, now you can do the draw. Huh. Well. Key to the kingdom. No keel. Wrong door. Wow. Train pointing the way. Again, it's like, I think if you use haptics, you can grab the door and swing the door open and just feel like a gentle creaking of the wood. Just feel like it's a solid object. It just adds to immersion. I'm back downstairs again. Yeah, on the quest, coming down the stairs is not the smoothest of experiences. Well, you're not going to even let me pick it up this time. Oh, there's another piece of Ouija board. I didn't want to even looking. Well, that's fucking disturbing, isn't it? Oh. Aye, aye, Captain. No, they're not solid objects, you see, but look. It'd be good if it kind of blinked or something when you poked it, but it's following where you are. Creepy, like it. We saw it. Did you? Individually or as a pair or what? Sounds like she's upstairs in that room. Yeah, it's like I would definitely like to see a full release, and especially PSVR 2. Just the performance, it kind of it seems a little bit jarring on Quest.
Do you remember this well?
Okay. So obviously the original PT just was the corridor. I don't know if there was much past that because I never actually finished it to hear the little recording, but that's the thing. The blacks, it's just you know, the blacks are more grey on the PSVR on the Quest. Mushroom. But yeah, I can't remember being anywhere else but the corridor. So you know, it's quite a lengthier demo. So if they're actually preview, ooh. So that lighting should, you know, look better on the PSVR 2. It's just, it looks good on the Quest. Not dissing how the Quest looks. I think this looks really nice on the Quest 3, to be honest. You know, the rain's a little bit shimmery here and things, but hello. Hey, are you doing some power work down there? Can you turn the power saw off? I want to come and see if you're okay, but if you've got something like a power saw from Resident Evil 7, yeah, you put it away. Or have you got some really high-pitched foghorn on? So yeah, my impressions so far of Evil Inside VR from Bowl of Tentacles. Now, of course, this has just been like a slice of the game. Yeah, I've put in just around about an hour into recording everything of this and my playthrough of the demo. And yeah, I see potential. I do see potential. I see the comparisons, but people have made to PT. I can see, obviously, there's inspiration there, and if that's took an hour there, if there's at least another couple of hours of game, even just the loops and a few new areas, a few new things, changes, if you can get at least 3 hours out of it, I'd be generally quite happy if the price is set well. I do think it does need to be marketed at a competitive price. I like the atmosphere they're doing. The atmosphere is nice in here. Visually on the Quest, you know, it looks pretty damn good. I would hope for this to be a lot smoother and a lot sharper on the PSVR 2. If you make benefits of all this stuff on there, more haptics needed, but like the haptics in the PSVR 2 could be really good for a lot of sections there. Headset haptics as well if something happens or there's a knock or a thud, just that adds that immersion. Yeah, I really hope it's in there because as of recording, it's only less than a week away from launch. But yeah, I hope even if they don't at launch, they can definitely look into do it. But smaller teams like this can only do that with your support. I've just enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed my time playing this. If it's a competitive price, I would say just based on this, it looks like it could be, you know, a really enjoyable experience. What's next for them? That's the thing. They need to do well on this and see what else they've got planned. There's so many things going on in the VR industry at the moment, and just in gaming industry in general. Seen a couple of things today. What's as we're recording this, I've seen news, but you know, one studio is basically all but shut down, and so there's no chance of a sequel for a game. And there's another game which I've been playtesting, and I will do a separate video about that. And I thought it had real potential, but unfortunately, you know, the team's basically shut down. So yeah, if we can help support people, because if you know, VR is still a growing industry, and I think they're capturing a good, you know, I think on flat screen it may not capture audiences. They may just see it as that clone or something like PT, and it might be, you know, not as thrilling or as scary or as cheap jump scares, but VR does change a lot of things. And because when you're inside it, you feel ever so more creepy, and you feel so present in the game, but it can generally make you jump, and you can feel different in how you play it. This is what VR gives players. So yeah, the majority of gamers out there are just not going to really, you know, we've not really tried VR. They don't understand that, and that's what you always, as a content creator, and we try to sell across to people what haven't seen, played VR. It's the scale. It's when you're in things, you feel different. You feel like you're the character. You feel like you're there. The better the game, then of course the better the immersion. This has got some really nice touches. Could go further, but for them to hopefully improve on that or make something which does improve on that, we can only try to support. So of course when the game comes out, I should hopefully get a full review out, or you know, a more detailed impressions of the overall game. But I will try to obviously get through it, get a review out, and let you know if it's worth it if you do want to wait. But there's loads of people out there what will have the time. The big channels, as you know, in the community, all those cover games like this. So you know, Beardo Benjo, Gamertag, of course, Without Parole, all the Parole Board, Miles, Wes, and AJ, and everybody else what's associated, even the smaller ones, the ones you find on Twitter. We're all, you know, we're all in this together, and we all know, you know, the great stuff and what's out there. But yeah, we've got to support people. It is a hard time, but as long as they don't ask the world, if they, you know, overpromise at times, then of course you can get, you know, you can lose out. But just try to make the best you can. And if you want help out there, you know, if you need any support, like voiceovers, people talking about voiceover in games, smaller teams can't afford voice actors and stuff, reach out to the community, and we'd happily do a lot of this. Just for, in the credits it just says additional voices, you know, Hippy, Pickle, you know, whatever. It's nice. That's all we'd want, and we wouldn't want payments. But if we can make you enhance your games, you want help, that's what we're here for. And again, for Bowl of Tentacles, they really reached out on social media and said, any creators out there want to help and trying to promote, here's a slice of it, and they've given it out. And yeah, like I said, this slice didn't run as smooth as it could do on the Quest, but it's a good slice of the game. I've enjoyed my time, so I'm looking forward to playing the full game. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Leave a comment down here. What do you think? Do you like things like this? Do you agree but flat gamers don't see what we see as VR gamers? Does it just look like another clone of something they've seen before? It's just another one of those games, you know, an endless loop, something comes out and jumps, but it feels different in VR. Do you agree with me? Don't you agree with me? Just let me know in the comments, get a conversation going. Yeah, so until next time everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, peace and love, bye bye.
That we'll never forget. The freedom